Hi guys, this is how to play the 10th strumming pattern that we've gone for in this beginner strumming course. This is how to do an authentic blues shuffle. Now there's a couple of hand motions that we can use to get the same effect, to get the same sound, but hopefully you can hear that sound from the demo that I just did is this authentic 12-bar blues sound, best heard in the Eric Clapton unplugged version of Before You Accuse Me, and also Sweet Home Chicago. Sweet Home Chicago has been covered by everyone, originally by Robert Johnson. Definitely check out a few acoustic versions of those if this is something that you really like and that you want to be able to do exactly what I teach you here in real songs. But what we're going to be going for first is how to do this strumming pattern the easiest way, which is with all downs. This is typically to quite a slow tempo. It's like an old school blues, this one. So it's going back to the days of woke up this morning, had a pain in my head. Woke up this morning, had a pain in my head. That sort of thing, okay? But the rhythm is so important. I mean, the blues started off as rhythm and blues, really. So the rhythm is all important. And the rhythm, demoed just on our standard E major chord, goes as follows. Now we can hear we've got what I would call a bounce to this. It's a shuffle groove. We call it a blues shuffle. But I would say the easiest way to think about it is a bounce. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. As opposed to everything being even, which is every strumming pattern we've gone so far has been a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. They've all been what we call straight grooves. So everything is straight, or the beat is straight if it's 1 and 2 and 3. If there's a bounce to it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, we call it swing, and in blues it's typically known as a blues shuffle. So you want to pair all your strums up really, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Everything sort of goes in pairs. This sounds great if you palm mute your guitar a little with your strumming hand. So this is with the outside of the palm of your hand, and we're going to lay this on the bridge, which is the white part of your guitar, or it'll be silver if you have an electric guitar. It's where the strings meet the guitar itself. We want to lay it down here and listen to the sound of it. There is a sweet spot. So if you strum your guitar, we're looking for this sound, and we typically only strum the thicker 2 or 3 strings when we're doing this palm muting idea. So this is where we can lay your entire forearm on the guitar itself, line your strumming hand up, or your outside of the palm here, and do what we call this palm dampening or palm muting effect. It often helps to stick your little finger out, so stick your pinky out and lay it down here, just to make sure we catch all the strings evenly with the outside of your hand. But it is very much a wrist motion when we go for the strumming with this one, because we're hitting fewer strings and your hand is static. And you want to try and recreate that on your E major chord. And then as soon as you've got that rhythm, you want to try and put that into a 12-bar blues, which is the chord sequence I've just uploaded here. We have a bar of E, then a bar of A, 2 E's, 2 A's, 2 E's, and then we have a B7, which is the chord which is at level 7 of my beginner's course. So if this is new to you, you can do this strumming lesson without, but it will be best served, or it will be more useful to you if you can play these 12-bar blues, because that's typically where this strumming pattern get used. This is a genre-specific shuffle blues pattern. I'm going to play this as a demonstration first of all. So our 12-bar blues in E as an example. 1, 2, 3, 4. E and 2 and 3 and 4 and A. And back to E. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A. 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and E. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and an A. And back to ending on the B7. And that's our 12 bar blues. So that's using the chord sequence that we've just looked at with this pattern all the way through. Now, as you heard when I demoed that, the 12 bar blues is almost like a ramp of tension. It starts off nice and quiet, building up the tension, and it's designed for the last 4 bars and certainly the last couple of bars to be much louder, for more to happen. It's where all the chord changes happen, and we want that to be a bit louder. Now, you can strum that louder, and you can do less palm muting, but strumming wise, we actually want to change from doing all downs to do down, up, up. It's more natural on the strumming hand, it's better when we speed it up, and this is something that a skill that I want to translate to you, and that you should do as a matter of course for those last 4 bars in the 12 bar blues. So this will be from the B7, and rather than going down, 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 we want to do down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You can hear straight away that opens up the sound a lot more. You have a bit of freedom to miss out the odd ones or to vary the palm muting, do a quiet one, do a louder round of the 12 bar blues. But the motion has gone from the all downs build up with palm muting to doing this down and up strumming motion, and to create this build up and to create this sort of cycle that goes around the whole song. And it can be so many songs. This, as I say, these are just 2 examples, but when you look at which songs use a 12 bar blues, every Chuck Berry song, so many Status Quo songs, most Stevie Ray Vaughan songs sound very similar to this, just a little sped up. You know, you get into some real greats of guitar playing when you go down this road, and if the blues is of interest to you, this is certainly a strumming pattern to nail. So the first 8 bars of your 12 bar blues want to be done with the 8th all down, and the last 4 we want to change that strumming pattern to do down and ups, but the same sound and the same groove really. Vary the muting and exactly, the amount of strums. You can miss out some strums to taste. If you know what this should sound like, then you'll be able to recreate it more authentically. So listen to my versions, check out the other videos of the blues ones by me as well. So Before You Accuse Me and Sweet Home Chicago lessons on the website and on YouTube, but also listen to the greats doing it. Listen to the versions by Stevie Ray Vaughan and Eric Clapton, and you will learn from the best. Let's just have 1 round of this to finish up with. In fact, we'll do a couple of rounds to try and get how this cycles. So the 12 bar blues in E. Join along to me in a 2, 3, 4. B7 and down and up strumming motion. One more time, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Using an A7 here for a more bluesy sound. Downs and ups. From the top 1 more time. So there's our 12 bar blues in E. You can see I was varying slightly with the strumming pattern exactly which chords I was playing. I was using some 7th chords in replacement for the usual standard chords, so an A7 rather than a normal A major chord. I was playing the A major chord a couple of different ways for whatever felt comfortable at the time. I was missing some strums or adding some extra muting or taking muting away, almost to taste, to keep it interesting once you've got that first sort of blueprint mastered. And as I say, that is something you will start doing naturally the more you listen to this genre and you hear acoustic guitar versions of this authentic 12-bar blues. The best place to start is Before You Accuse Me by Eric Clapton, along with checking out my little versions of these classic songs. So that is how to play your blues shuffle. The next one is going to be Daft Punk Strumming, what I nicknamed Daft Punk Strumming, but it's very much this level, this tier of strumming patterns, pattern 8, 9 and 10, which will be the backbone and see you through the majority of your repertoire. You need song examples of these songs. As I say, my definite go-to favourites would be Live Forever, Brown Eyed Girl and Before You Accuse Me. If I haven't got song lessons up of those already, I will really soon, I promise you. So now you definitely want to have a good repertoire of songs to showcase these strumming patterns. The patterns alone, without the chord changes and without the structure of real songs, don't have as much benefit. So make sure you get those real life song examples of these patterns learnt, and after you've got that for this tier, we'll see you for the final tier, the final level of strumming patterns, starting off with your Daft Punk strumming.